get to some truth here. I'm trying to be honest as possible. Unfortunately, I know Floyd get mad when I said I could see the look on his face now. Um, Floyd and I was together at my house at 8812 West Appleton Avenue. So we're rocking. He done got rid of the riffraff. And they start watching the house. It was Robert Jenkins, Yasim, and all of them. Um, I'm going to go back a little bit and then you will understand where this is going. Robert and Yasim and all of us had a fight. I know people looking like the people that know me from back in the day know I was always with the boys, and when they would get to fighting, they'll kind of push me off. Or they'll fight and somebody will kind of walk me off. So I don't recall ever actually brawling with them like that because they usually make me stand by the DJ, and that's how I know a lot of DJs. Or they'll say, "You gotta get her out of here." So that's how that happens. So this was a revenge plot. Yes, he was staying in my house. Like, I don't know how long we were there, but we rocking, we talking, and Yasim, his clan, Robert and them start hanging around my house, snooping. Police department, everybody looking through windows and all kinds of stuff. So Floyd was asking me, "Who is he?" I'm like, "I don't know," because I really did not know. So Floyd was like, "Angie, I'm gonna have to leave to find out who is these people that's stalking you like that." So, eventually, Floyd was like, he bought me some stuff in my house, like my laptop, my phone, and all this other stuff. These nosy people, and he left it in a bag on the side of the bed. Now, Ali, Tay, they never stole from me. I don't care how many times they creeped in my house. These niggas never touched nothing. They might eat some, but they would never steal anything from me. So I honestly do not believe Floyd got robbed on the side of the house. I do know it was Floyd, Sergeant Hannah, Lawson on the side where the alley was at 8812 West Appleton Avenue. So something went down that night. Then Floyd ended up, I think that was the last time I actually seen him in my house. I believe Carl actually set this up because they are the type of people, if Floyd do not give them what they want, then they are always coming up with some scheme or revenge plot to make somebody do something that they want them to do. So I believe it was actually Carl and them that told the lies about me sleeping with all these people in Milwaukee. I'm like, who is this nigga? I don't even know him. They had everybody in Milwaukee saying they slept with me. And I knew that would piss Floyd off. Michael did a revenge plot as well. Him, and it had to be him and Victoria, because he the only one at the bank that would have the connections to go after Jamie Dimon, that's the CEO of Chase Bank, and Jack. The thing is, a lot of Floyd family is into scams, so I do believe Floyd was involved in some of that. I just don't see him not being unless he got some proof of me. Just like he want to know proof if I slept with all these people, I need proof of him that he didn't. I honestly believe he was. Or at least his father. I know, I'm 100,000% sure they were spiking boxers because Floyd shot Gus. So that's not going anywhere. I saw it with my own two eyeballs. And it was over spiking boxers. And Kip was the one that brought the drugs. Kip was it Cussman? Something like that, whatever. Now, I answered the door for Kip when he came to Floyd's house, dressed as a woman. I thought it was a woman until I go in his bedroom and that's a fucking man with a 3-inch erect penis coming at me. I'm like, so that's what that's about. And and he was naked. So I'm like, I don't know. I just need some answers, so I really got to talk to Floyd about that one. I know he's gay, unless he got proof he's not. So, and he can't prove that because I know what I saw. So, that's it for that. Um, so pretty much, it was a revenge plot, and everybody getting revenge on everybody. I became the victim because everybody knew how Floyd felt about me. So, everybody came after me to get back at Floyd, and I get no front response from Floyd. So I'm like, well, he must wanted it to happen because only thing he comes up to me and say, you lost. I'm like, what? I said, I'm still standing. So I really don't know what all that's about. So I need to like sit down with Floyd and ask him, where did all this, how did this all come about? I know it was a jealousy plot. So it is what it is. And like I said, from the time we were younger, it's always kind of been like that. They hateful. These are a group of hateful, jealous ass people. Um, and they did Floyd, and honestly, Floyd Sr. bogus when we were growing up. I don't care what they say. They were some evil beings. There is no way you would take two children in a church and embarrass them like that. What took place at Ann's house, we were wrong for, but we only going by what we see. They got naked photos of me, even smaller, and the young boys found them. Instead of calling law enforcement, they don't say anything. And it was Carl, Christopher, and Floyd talking loud as all ever outside about sex, how they was going to defend me at all costs, because they found the photos. So these are adults. And the next day, because Floyd, I know Bishop Don Juan wanted to kill Floyd. He did. He said, you little goofy bald head motherfucker. He said, you gonna marry her. I don't give a fuck how old you is. And we really did have a marriage ceremony. And we were 8. He said, you gonna marry her. So that's how that happened. And ever since then, he called me his wife before then. So that's how we kind of grew up. And Floyd made it. And he kind of always stayed in touch when he could. I just can't believe he with a white man. I said, a man? So I just want to talk to him about that. But the rest of it was a revenge plot. These guys didn't do nothing but stay in the project, stalking and harassing people. It's their fault they didn't do nothing with themselves. It's not Floyd's. It's not mine. I'm all the way on the northwest side of town. And that's why Tay hid me from everybody else. They kept on snooping until they found out who I was. And then all of a sudden, I want to be with her. It's like, who is they? Like, that does not happen. That is not going to happen. When I would be with Hilton, it's like people start snooping. Then Hilton will have to bag off because here comes somebody else. So it's crazy. I said, this needs to stop. So they always picked on Hilton. As a matter of fact, that's because a lot of people knew what Sandalwood Muhammad was doing. And nobody intervened to stop. I felt like his father was more concerned about the little boys that was messing with him than the grown man driving him around doing all kinds of crazy stuff. At some point, he had to know. If this man called himself calling shots in Milwaukee, harassing and stalking people, how could nobody know what happened to Hilton and I? I know Russell tried to find out. I remember specifically he came over to Lee Holloway house and asked, what is going on over here and who's messing with these kids? Russell Stemper tried to find out. Lee Holloway honestly did try to find out because somebody was coming in this house and it was him. Linda gave him the keys to his office, which was on the second floor. She gave that man the keys to their house and his apartment buildings and stuff. So he's creeping in the house and he ended up touching Jason. So, and David saw him in the house, but Linda said, that's my boyfriend. I'm like, I had no clue what she was talking about because I didn't understand what was going on. But they was in the house together. I happened to come down and catch them. So that's how a lot of people business got out. So, and I got blamed for that. So that's why I said y'all not gonna. I know Russell has probably got some unsavory character. You know what I mean, Latoya? Get them broads off your man. But he did try to find out. And I said, I'm not going to let him burn for that. Him or his wife. I know what she did was wrong. She didn't beat me. She did not walk out of my house with nothing. That was them broads that did that. Or every one of them. So I said, it's not fair for him to just lose everything because these people lying and they need somebody to take the fault for it. That's them. And Spencer Coggs and Michelle Coggs. So it is what it is. And they've been sitting on everybody on the Common Council. So I'm not mad at Zimmerman for building him a nice house. And you know that's probably why they trying to ruin his career so he'll lose that nice solar power house. If I was you and your wife, I would get all the dirt I can on them and sting them with it. Just sting them. Morales put Donovan in the hot seat by having me just thrown out because that was his family that did that, not Donovan. And then have him put his name on something so he could come speak. Well, Donovan, you need to know that there is photos of him having actual anal sex. I saw it with my own eyes and willing to testify to it. But he don't want me down at the police department. So every time I go near it, his little clan come chasing me around town. So I said I would go social media. He was having anal sex. Wait a minute. I'm going to do him one better. Yes. I bet you didn't think I had this. Chief Alfonso Morales. Chief Alfonso Morales. I can't put my right hand up unless I go like this. Was having anal sex with Hector when I was 19. He liked it. He enjoyed it. He is gay and he is known to be messing with little boys. He also had oral sex with me and penis to vagina contact. Ernest Hardy took the photos and they hid him and blackmailed him with it. He continued to stalk and harass me. If I was 19, that means that was 29 years this guy has been stalking and harassing me. Chief Alfonso Morales was in robbery homicide. He, along with Shorty Shooter Shop, put Badger out of business by taking the guns that they sold, stole them, and did crimes with them. And Shorty started doing the same thing with his gun. You buy a gun from Shorty, your ass is getting, you getting robbed. You're getting robbed. And that's what they had been doing. Every gun I bought from Shorty's, and then I got one at Badger's, they stole. So I know it was them. Hands down. Let me see. So they've been setting up robbery jobs. That was Antonia, and that still goes back to Chief Alfonso Morales' family. Antonia, Hilda, Luna, all of them was robbing people from Colonial Points and Brown Deer till it turned to Brown Deer Apartments. That's my first robbery. I think she told me 2015, 2013 or something like that. Yeah. So that was them. All that time, breaking, robbing, and stealing. I don't know what they are. I don't know if they're Puerto Rican, Mexican, something. I don't mean to be disrespectful, but wherever they are, they've been doing that all these years. And that's why I said it's been 4 generations of a crime spree. Spingola did kill Mr. Morales. He started pulling his gun out, and Spinny shot him. Then, I don't know who shot Joe, though. I think it was Spingola. And then he grabbed me and said, I will blow this little bitch head off. He just held me. And Bishop Don Juan kept telling him, just let her go. She's not going to remember what happened. Just let her go. So he eventually let me go and started stalking me the next day. He sat at my house almost every day the next day. I waited a couple of days later to go back to the candy store. Where is the candy store? It is major drug trafficking. I'm talking about shipments of drugs came there. I never seen any drugs. I never seen anybody. Wait, somebody was smoking a Primo once. So that's what I saw. But I don't know what was downstairs. Something was downstairs and it was always locked. They did not allow me there. They allowed me there for protection and safety. That's the only reason why I was there. Let me see. I think that's probably it. And I contacted ISIS on him because he's a part of a terrorist group. The guy Barada did beat us with a gun, Michael and I. They did steal the drugs. Let me see what else. This could go on, but I'm not lying. And I'm Farrakhan's biological daughter. And yes, Princess Diana. Love, child.